Wow, what a great way to play the summer in. You're listening to Whoosh, Volume 10, with Katy and Simon. That was the fabulous Immigrant Union with their track New Win. Volume 10, Katy.
Volume 10. I can hardly believe it. I don't believe that when we started this, we thought we'd get to 10, did we? That's a big deal.
I just know that I feel older.
You feel 10 weeks older, but 10 weeks better at this, because you have most certainly hit your stride. Not that you needed a whole lot of help to begin with, but double digits, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about Immigrant Union. It's formed by Brett DeBoer, who's the drummer from the Dandy Warhols. And I don't know if he is an Australian himself or if he just decided to live in Melbourne, but he bases himself, and Immigrant Union are a band who are based in Melbourne. I love the music they make there. I've spent all day listening to their albums. There's 2 of them. So it's not a huge investment of your time, but it's well worth it. They're very musical, quite jangly. They've got a kind of modern production to their sound, but there's a definite kind of retro feel to the way some of the music is. I love the lyrics. I think the way that the songs are constructed, he tends to find this sort of like one repetitive kind of vibe, a bit like modern music in that way. And I thoroughly recommend you listen to the music. It's really fabulous.
I really like this track. You're right that it felt like the announcement of summer for some reason. You know, it really felt like here it is. Here's summer, which it is.
Well, I think we've got a very summery playlist today. We
do, and I love that because it feels like it's sort of heralding something new. And what is better than the summer? Not a lot, actually. And I wanted to just mention about New Win. I did a little research on the songs, as I do, and they were saying that the song is about realizing how great things are and not letting them slip away. And I thought that was really prescient for right now. There's so much ick. Yeah, there's so much ick, and so we have to embrace the not ick. And just be grateful for it. And I'm grateful to be doing the 10th show with you right now.
Why don't you introduce the next song then?
I am absolutely. The next track is by Juls, Tigs the author, and Cruel Santino. And it's a track dedicated to the late, great Dr. Maya Angelou. And it is called Maya.
Juls, baby.
Yeah. Sunshine over your eyes. I guess you must be warm. Do your thing, it's your time. Pretty mama made me fall. She know she my lady, but she bougie now. Take it to the bed and make a movie now. Me like the way she want it, so she do me now. Shady, I'm the man up in my area. You know that they love me in Tanzania. I'll show you everything that you worry now. Give me love, you make me surrender. You make me surrender. Feel like I've been waiting forever. Waiting forever. Oh Maya, you're the fuel to me fire. 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 Listen, that's what telling me, the bit telling me, it's a little kitty. Now she wanna come and light up my headband. She kill a pretty, and I kill a mitty, and a super litty. I mean, wanna take a rush by my head, tantalize me. Oh, you sweet, see my eye grip. Oh, me gotta keep up the tight fist. Oh, gotta smoke up the light waves. Oh, and then we kiss up and we hybrid. I kill her name, my these are hard to keep up, she bite me. I'ma sing along, but she can't come recite it. Oh, I put a bomb inside it. Oh, you know it's too much excitement. You know it's too much conniving. Scenes when I bring out the violin. Freaks when I bring out the sirens. For you, give me a love, you make me surrender. You make me surrender. Feel like I've been waiting forever. Waiting forever. Oh my, you're the fuel to me fire. Oh my, you're the fuel to me fire. You're the fuel to me fire. Oh my, you're the fuel to me fire.
Juls, baby, Juls, baby, Juls.
You're listening to Whoosh. That was Juls, Tigs Dorther, and Santino with Maya. I'd said Tigs the author. It's not. It's Tigs da author.
Oh, that's important. That's an important correction.
That is very important. Yes.
I really love this song. Again, a summer song. I sort of felt like I could be rolling through the city, seeing the ice cream truck, and just I don't know, something about that.
That's so funny.
song.
When you said rolling, I thought you said you were going to say I could be rolling my own cigarettes, but you didn't.
I didn't say that, but I could, I could envision that too. But on a stoop with a little table, as some people do, that would be nice. So I have some questions for you.
Great, let's have a question.
That they're coming in fast and furious to askcatty@duranduran.com. If you have one, just write whoosh on the subject line. Greetings from Brazil. I have a question for Simon. If he could only listen to one song for the rest of his life, what would it be and why? And that's from Morella.
Oh, Morella, what a question. I mean, that it's like saying, what song would you choose to torture you to death? Really, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, would it have to? I mean, would it have to be on constant repeat? Is my big question. I
She
don't
doesn't
know.
give
It's
any
tough.
guidelines.
I'm trying to. No. I know it's a tricky question. I mean, I'm tempted to say something. I mean, there's 2000 Black by Fela Kuti, and I would choose that because it's really long.
Mm-hmm.
It's 18 minutes long. I mean, if you're going for length, I mean, there is an argument to say that the Ring Cycle by Wagner could vary. It's a stretch. It's a real stretch. We could almost call that one song, and that's 18 hours. But it's musical theatre, so it's different from it's rock music. I don't know if I'd listen to rock music. I might choose something really. Oh, I don't know. Whatever it is, I would get so sick of it.
Yeah.
So I think maybe Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, because then it's something that I would just go crazy at. Do you mean I could never hear another piece of music in my life? That's just, I mean, the corollary of this, the incidental corollary of this question is terrifying to me.
It is.
Can you imagine
And
only
also-
being able to listen to one song for the rest of your life? God,
No.
I don't know if I'd want to live that long.
Not only that, but if you listen to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star by like the 15th listen, you'd need to like put your fingers in your ear.
I know.
It'd be too much.
Yeah, but at
So,
least
Morella,
at least it's a crappy sort of song. I mean, it's not a crappy song, but it's nothing that I would have any. I mean, you just hate whatever you picked. Okay, Morel.
It's like it's a Twilight Zone episode question, Morella,
It is,
and
isn't
thank you for asking it. But
Yeah.
I
Thank
was
you for
not
asking it,
asked.
but we hate the idea of it.
We do. We have a question from Jeff who says several songs from the Rio sessions, Rio, Heart Like the Wolf, Save a Prayer, Lonely Nightmare, and Like an Angel. Was Like an Angel from the Rio sessions? I didn't know that. If it was,
yes.
Yes.
Or was it?
I don't
think it was.
I don't think it was.
I was getting mixed up a little bit. Like an Angel.
Okay, I know that song. Anyway, they contain do-do-dos in the vocal track. And was this a conscious addition or styling to these songs or a coincidence? Says Jeff.
I think there's a definite kind of idea that there's a kind of backing vocal that works. You know, oohs and do-dos and ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You know what I mean? I think they're slightly old-fashioned. They're a bit sort of old, there's a little, doo-wop and a little bit rock and roll, kind of from that older period. And I think I felt that I was able to use it in a slightly different way, not a cliched way. So it wasn't exactly ironic use of them, but I thought I was kind of recycling an old style. There you go. Ever the ecologically aware.
I like that. Good one, dude. Can we talk about our next track?
Sure.
I'd like to.
Yes.
So
I don't know very much about this artist, actually.
She's Australian. Another Australian. So here we go. I thought, I was telling Simon before we started that I thought maybe the theme initially when I got the tracks, I thought the theme was Australian artist, but she is actually the last Australian artist we're playing, and her name.
So there's actually two Australian artists.
There's two. Well, I felt like someone on the Maya track might have been Australian. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Courtney Barnett, the singer of our next track, and she's an Australian singer-songwriter and musician who's known for her deadpan singing style. And when I listened to this track, Keep On, I thought of Lou Reed. I don't know about you, but I thought of Lou Reed.
Well, I mean, I didn't think of Lou Reed. I thought of the Velvet Underground. So that's kind of like
kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Right. I love the way this song kind of starts slow and then it kind of suddenly picks up momentum and speed and gets going, and then it sticks to it. It's very simple. I think it's got a very cool kind of lyrical take on it. I just think it's easy and nice, and I like playing it. I'm gonna announce this one. Here we are on WHOOOSH, which is part of Duran Duran Radio. We are going to play you a song by Courtney Barnett. This is Keep On.
Keep getting on. You will not be happy 'cause you don't know what you want. month, showered, clean, and set. For the rest of this, mind the gap and just get on with it. Keep on, keep getting on. You will not be happy 'cause you don't know what you want. Keep on, keep getting on. You will not be happy 'cause you don't know what you want. Keep on, keep getting on. You will not be happy 'cause you don't know what you want. Keep on, keep getting on. You will not be happy. 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 You will not be happy.
Just thinking like every other twisted fool in my age. But lately I've been sick to death with the effect of inconsumable rage. Yeah, maybe I'm a trigger of communist deceiver, looking for something I won't find. Surely there's an answer to nuclear disaster and treating people so damn unkind. Oh, I'm talking about love forever, love forever, love forever. Now I need love forever, love now excuse me while I'm losing my mind. Somehow we've all been mixed up to polar opposites that cannot be tangled. Everyone's a guy that makes more sense when we're approaching from a different page. Maybe I'm just feeding a dying hippie dream that has a consequence I'll never live down. Surely there's a feeling that somebody believes in that could bring this whole damn culture around. Oh, I'm talking about love forever, love forever, love forever. Now I need love forever, love now excuse me while I'm losing my mind. Everything's gotta be
Wow, that is the fabulous Buzzard with their track Love Forever. I think that band is fantastic.
They were my dream band for this episode. I listened to that song several times. The video, which I know you don't watch the videos, but I do. I listen to them and then I watch the video to get more of a feel of the artist. The video reminded me of Skin Trade. So you have to go back and watch it for that reason.
Funny enough, Caddy. Sorry to talk over the top of you. Funny enough, I saw that video and I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right?
Yeah, how many of them in the band? Is it 4 of them? 5 of them?
4, I think 4, maybe 5. They're sort of cute.
They're very cute. They're Welsh boys. I think they're based in Cardiff. And they make really great music. Really, truly great music. That one's got a kind of 70s vibe to it. It reminds me a little bit of Oasis, but the singer has this great Mark Bolan kind of vibe to him, I think.
Yeah, everything I read about Buzzard said that they bring glam rock back to 2019.
That's right.
So,
yes.
And they certainly do. Those guitar riffs were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I always like bands whose name repeat. Buzzard, Duran Duran. See what I'm saying? Talk. I like those kind of names. Yeah. So I downloaded their EP.
Cool.
And some of their remixes. And I've been listening. So thank you, sir, for that. I have another question for you.
Okay, let's have it.
Someone named Scott says, thank you. I so appreciate you and Simon doing your show. My question is, Simon, I have heard you and the other fellas say that a lot of your songwriting comes from jamming and playing together. But my question is, when you write music, do you set out to write in a certain key or do you just play and let the music come out?
The key is quite a contentious issue in Duran Duran, actually. Yeah, so you've hit something there. You've actually struck an interesting, very interesting topic of conversation. We very rarely. Sometimes we'll be in the studio, and John will look at me and he'll go, Charlie, what key do you want to work in? And I'll say, I don't know, what was the last one? And he goes, D. I say, well, let's go F sharp then, or something like that. And then everybody goes, oh no, that's really difficult to play in. And we'll find it. We'll find a key that works. Other times, somebody's just playing or noodling on a riffing on guitar, or Nick's just messing around with the keyboard, and something will develop from that, and then we'll work at it in whatever key it starts in, and sometimes it works fine. Okay. And sometimes you think, oh no, not another one in A. Because we've got 5 songs in A already, and you think, well, we'll have to transpose it to make it different. And you try going to a different key, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. But then there is one other thing that happens, and that is we'll work for something, and we'll record it, and we'll get it down, and I'll go and do the vocal, and I'll go, it's too high for me. Can we please make it in a lower key? I just can't get my trousers that tight.
And do they listen? Do they acquiesce?
And they do. And they do. Because nobody wants to see a singer in too tight trousers.
Some people do.
Not
I think the lead singer, Buzzard would disagree.
I'm sure he's got pretty tight pants. Let's have another question.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Our friend Mike Vettel says that over the years, he's heard about Simon bringing a lyric book to his interviews and already having page after page of lyrics to use. How many songs from that lyric book has Simon used, and do you still refer to that book today? Do you even know where that book is today?
I have that book. I've got it right here.
No.
Somewhere.
Oh, okay.
It was right here. But
then what happened?
Somebody's fucking moved it.
Anyway,
no. So the question how many have made it? Well, let's see now. Sound of Thunder made it. Careless Memories made it. Waiting for the Night Boat made it. What else was in that book? The Chauffeur
Yeah.
That made it.
Phew, thank God on that one.
Well, I mean, there are more. Missing or made it onto the Arcadia album.
Oh,
And I think there was one more that made it onto Arcadia. But
I
I'm
love
not
that
sure,
song.
I'm not sure which. Okay. So that's and what was the other question?
Do you ever refer back to it now?
I look at it. I mean, I don't particularly want to work on any of the songs there. There was one called Underneath the Clock Tower, which is in that book, which we almost made into a record. That was a long time ago. Very much about my time in at Birmingham University. Yeah,
that's a very.
Oh,
go ahead.
Yeah, it was very what?
It was a very Doorsy title. Underneath.
Well,
the
it's a
Clock
very
Tower.
Doorsy title, and if I remember correctly, it's a very Patti Smith-esque lyric.
Mm.
So you picked on the two kind of people, I guess, who or between us we have located the two people who influenced my lyric writing style more than anybody else. That would be Jim Morrison and Patti Smith. Thank you, guys. You did a wonderful job.
Yeah, they sure as heck did.
Should we play some more music?
I would love. I love
Or
the
do you want
next.
to do another question?
I want to play some more music because I'm really excited to hear the next song.
Then you introduce it.
Okay, I really like Bert Jansch. I didn't know he passed away though until.
Did you say Janice?
Jansch? How do you say it? I gotta
Jansch.
want. Who?
Jansch.
Bert Jansch.
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 Jansch. Jansch.
Jansch.
Jansch.
Jansch.
Okay, everybody listening, let's try it all together now. Bert Jansch.
Bert Jansch.
Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't want to correct you, but
No,
you did say Bert Jansch.
I know, like he grew up in Queens or something. That was bad. He's a Scottish folk musician and a founding member of the band Pentangle.
Yes.
He recorded at least 25 albums.
He was an extraordinary artist and musician. You will find that he's very highly regarded by other artists. I mean, the guy was an absolute guitar genius, and we've just picked one of his very simple songs, haven't we?
You have.
Haven't I?
You have. It's terrific. You introduce it because I'll say the name wrong again.
So here we are then. You're listening to Whoosh, and we're going to play Angie by Bert Jansch.
what they was waiting on from me. This'll be the realest story that I've ever told. This'll be the bright slide that you ever seen. This'll be the finest joint that I've ever rolled. This'll be my best soul, you can see my scars. This'll be my first name, always in my last. Marriage ain't really on the cards if you ask. Don't know names, but I might know familiar face. Know your limit, know your worth, no personal space. Give me that, give me lemons, I'll make lemonade. It's a trap if they say they want you to be the same. Every single one of them I dated do the same. Figured out I'm better off just giving love to self. No one love you like I love you, baby, not to self. Don't be foolish, I'm the one that do this, know yourself. Got a deeper understanding than me, know yourself. Don't know names, but I might know familiar face. Say you want to do this, but you ain't got what it takes. Damn sure in it, everything vivid. I got one life and I might just live it. I got one life and I might just live it. I got one life and I might just live it. I got one life and I might just live it. I got one life and I might just live it. Double cheek kissing, get it popping in this party. Oh, you charming, but you a freak, you is nasty. In the bathroom doing lines at the Charlie. I don't do drugs, but I ain't judging, it's nothing. Please don't kill my high, I've been getting on it for days now. Always on a vibe, you joining, yo, is you coming? This is suicide, yo, don't let them tell you lies. Never thought that I would see the day, I'd be surprised. Nothing is a shock to me, you see it in my eyes. Everyone that's wrong me, put their bodies to the side. You will never know it's me, I pull up in disguise. Don't know names, but I might know familiar face. Everything you own, is in your name, it's all at stake. How the hell you get off in this life being fake? Fucking put the pen down and give us all a break. Damn sure in it, everything vivid. I got one life and I might just live it. I got one life and I might just live it. I got one life and I might just live it. I got one life and I might just live it. I got one life and I might just live it. Ain't no squares up in my circle. Don't need rats, I don't need snakes. You can try me if you want to. Fuck around and get replaced. I got one life and I might just live it. I got one life and I might just live it. I got one life and I might just live it. I got one life and I might just live it.
You're listening to Whoosh with Simon Le Bon and Katy Krassner.
That was Little Simz with One Life Might Live. I'm a big fan of this artist. She's just got such a... I love her accent. I love the tone in her voice. She kind of sounds like she's just come from the swimming pool to me. And she's very real, very, very gritty and honest. I think there's a big future ahead for this one. I really do.
I really liked how you sort of went from Bert to Little Simz and how well it worked. I was very. That was a good one, dude.
It's a very conscious decision to do that. I just felt that Little Simz came out of Angie so well. I just thought it sounded great.
I have some more songs. Some more questions. You have more songs. I have more
songs.
Questions.
You have more questions.
Is the new record far enough along that the songs are pretty set, or is there a possibility of new material influenced by this crazy experience that the world is having right now? And that's from Lisa. And I thought that was a good question.
The answer is yes.
Oh, very good. So you think that when you guys do meet up in the studio, some of this might make its way into the record?
No, I just said the answer is yes.
That's a very Simon-esque.
I don't know. Don't know. Things. Everything is affected all the time.
What podcasts are you listening to?
I've not really been listening to many podcasts actually. I'm listening to it's a kind of science fiction time book. It's by R.R. Haywood, and it's called, I'm on the second book called Executed. It starts off with a book called Extracted. It's kind of fluff, actually. It's fluff, but I'm enjoying it very much.
Good. Why shouldn't you have a little fluff in your life?
Isn't it?
Yes. I have another question for you. There's a fan that we've talked to in some capacity for many, many years, and I always thought her name was Rain, Reine, but she has now, after all these years, corrected me, and her name is Renee. I did not know this. So Renee,
really?
Yes, and she's asked. It's a long question, but I truncated it a bit.
Don't worry, I can give a short answer.
I'm sure. Are there any songs you listen to that the lyrics are very powerful and you love them, but the music or vocals are not something that turns you on?
And my answer is, yeah. Because there are songs I'm sure there are songs where I like the lyric, but the music doesn't quite do it for me. I mean, I could say that about and this is going to bring the weight of the world tumbling down on my head. But I always thought that I think a lot of Leonard Cohen's songs were not as good as the lyrics. The tunes were not as good as the lyrics. Particularly, I would say the later stuff. I must say as well, because I've got the microphone, that I am a huge Leonard Cohen fan. But the music just didn't matter to me. I mean, on the early stuff, maybe it was more powerful. I think and Songs of Leonard Cohen, his first album, was one of the greatest albums ever made. But later on, things like I'll Take Manhattan. I just think the music wasn't quite up to the quality of the lyrics. But it didn't matter. It really didn't matter because it was really about the words. And I'm sure that's not the only case. That's not the only case that I could find, but it's quite hard to identify one. I don't want to incur the wrath of the world's Leonard Cohen fans, by the way.
Not at all, because I concur that you're such a big fan that for your birthday, not this year, but last year, it was a bigger birthday, I actually tried to get you a Leonard Cohen lyric on a canvas.
Oh, wow.
But it did. I know. It would have been a good gift, but it would have been a good one.
I love that.
I know. Maybe next year. It didn't work out because
did he paint it himself?
No, it was through a third-person company, and then I think they must have gotten busted by his estate, and they gave me my money back. Okay. So,
but I think it's yes. So let's move on.
Let's move on to the next track, which I really liked. I thought the track is The Hunter, and the band is called Slaves.
We got Slaves and The Hunter.
Yes, and I love the bass for the track. I thought was super Metallica, and I thought the vocal was super Madness. So if you take a little Madness and a little Metallica and you smush them together, in my opinion, you get The Hunter by Slaves.
Here we go.
Are freezing and the water is warm and the ice caps are melting. What will happen when they're gone? Will the experts look stupid and invert the facts? Will they give you back your donations or keep the paper stacks? The feeling is mutual. You don't like what we do because we say what we are thinking, and that shocks and frightens you. The lion in the jungle shows no shame, it shows no pride. It does what it needs to stay strong and to survive, yeah. You can't keep it, don't want it. Keep smiling through your teeth. Oh, what is it? Your justice cut the hands of the thief. He was starving, his children were crying to be fed, and now they're falling and dying, but at least you are ahead. useless and worthless. We're staring at the sun, oh it is reckless and pointless, but it's also very fun. It's useless and worthless. We're staring at the sun, oh it is reckless and pointless, but it's also very fun. It's useless and worthless. We're staring at the sun, oh it is reckless and pointless, but it's also very fun. It's useless and worthless. We're staring at the sun, oh it is reckless and pointless, but it's also very fun. You keep it, we don't want it. You keep it, we don't want it. You keep it, we don't want it. You keep it, we don't want it.
Hi, everyone. This is Katy. You're listening to Simon and I on WHOOSH on Duran Duran Radio. That was a track called Pass This On by The Knife. Tell
me about The Knife, Katy.
The Knife, I don't know an awful lot about The Knife because I don't know that they want you to know a lot about The Knife. But this track had a very interesting video that was actually released as a short film that won. Ooh. Yes, it won some awards. the husband and wife who make up the knife were not in the video, or they are seen very briefly, but you don't know it's them. And the person singing the song is actually a female impersonator. The steel drums were fantastic. I felt like I was getting off the plane to Fantasy Island. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I there's something about this song which really gets through to me. It's I find it slightly depressing, but in a kind of really interesting way. And those drums, it's sort of it's a kind of song that kind of skates around the emotion somehow, but the voice is so beautiful. It's so emotional. I'm slightly obsessed by this song, actually. It keeps coming back to me. I keep coming back to it. I've been trying to put it in one of our shows for a while. I've never found quite the right place to put it, but I've got it into volume 10. And I think it works great where we've got it. I'm very happy with this song.
I'm very happy with that too.
One thing.
Go ahead.
No.
Sorry.
After
well,
you.
I was going to give some. Thank you, such a gentleman. I was going to give some shout outs today. Actually, I wanted to give a shout out to Durandy, who you and I both know. He's a really big Duran Duran fan, and twice a week he's been going on Facebook Live and doing something called Durandy Distractions to keep people entertained. And he is going through his archives, and everyone seems to enjoy it. And a couple people have wrote in and asked that we give him a shout out and thank him. So we are thanking you, Durandy.
Thank you, Durandy.
Woo! And I also want to give a shout out to Janine.
Hi,
Janine.
how you doing?
Hi, Janine. This is Simon.
That's very funny. Oh, that's a very good impersonation.
Thank you.
You can do that. You can do the whole next week's radio show.
I'll do it all by myself. Janine is someone I knew from high school who I reconnected with, and she listens to every episode of Whoosh.
Does she enjoy it?
She loves it, and I thought that was so nice, and she let us know.
Janine. Great, yeah, it is.
So thank you, Janine, for being an avid listener. I have some sad news.
Oh.
We're at the end of the episode.
Oh, oh, God. Jeepers. Wow. We are at the end of the episode. Yeah, well, we've got we got to wrap up a little bit, I know. Well, first off, I've got to say to you that last week's bonus track was, of course, Rostam, and with his track "Don't Let It Get to You," and of course, everybody could recognize that. And we have a great bonus track for you tonight, or this morning, or whenever you're listening to it. It's been fun, as it always is. I love this little section of my life. Whoosh has become probably the most important thing in it. So anyway, we're going to finish off with. Now, I always have a little bit of trouble pronouncing this band.
Well, let me educate you, if I may.
Go on.
It's Khruangbin, which literally means flying engine or airplane in Thai.
Wow.
It's an American. This band Khruangbin is an American musical trio from Houston.
Yes.
And they're mostly an instrumental act, but their third album, which is coming out, not out yet. It's coming out maybe even today, or by the time this airs, I think it'll be out this Friday when this airs.
Wow.
So the album's called Mordecai, and it's their first album that will predominantly feature vocals on every track.
Yes.
And I love this song.
I do too.
This band,
they really kind of they had an article on them in the Times too this week, which I noticed after I'd put the playlist together.
Very good.
So they're really they're really hitting their stride right now. They're a very hot little item, and you've got to love a band with a female bass player. There's something about it that just drives everybody wild. Anyway, listen to, I think her name is Laura Lee, the bass player, and her mates, collectively known as Khruangbin. And this is Time, You and I.
If we had more time, we could live forever. Just you and I, we can be together. That's life. If we had more time, we could live forever. Just you and I, we can be together. That's life. We can play like children play. We can say like children say. Just you and I, having up the time. We get wise when we grow old. Get slow when we grow old. Just you and I, having up the time. Do you know? Here we go. That's life. If we have more time, we can live forever. Just you and I, we can be together. That's life. If we have more time, we can live forever. Just you and I, we can be together. That's life. We can ride my children ride. We can tie my children tie. Just you and I, having up the time. Make a plan for when we old. Reminisce when we get old. Just you and I, having up the time. Do you know?